yeah. Cut the recording back up. Yeah.
Continue to ask your question because we're gonna bring up. I am for
Hey, it's Daisha D.
And it's Jay Stain.
And welcome back to the In Retrospect podcast, where we look beyond the surface to find understanding.
Bring you laughs, knowledge, and culture.
So sit back, relax, and enjoy the convo.
How everybody doing today? You know, we're joined by two esteemed guests, fresh out of Florida. We got somebody from Tallahassee today, and we got somebody from Miami today. First, I'm going to introduce Clarence, better known to some people as C4. Yeah, C4. Nice little nickname. Boy, hard. Look, he getting upset. It's all right, brother. It's nice, bro. Hey, you the man, brother. That's what his friends call him. It's all right, brother.
It was the quotation mark.
Right.
C4, man. I mean, if I had some sound effects, I'd add explosions, but I don't got it, brother. I'm just letting them know. And then we're also joined by the lovely Shantel. You know, they're both graduates. They're smart. They're bright. They're going to tell you what's on their mind. So please buckle up because you're going to get the truth. I love hearing myself. So today we're going to be talking about jealousy and envy. Jealousy and envy comes from everybody that you deal with probably in a day-to-day life as far as, if you got stuff going on and you being positive about what you're doing. But today we're going to target, family, friends, the people that you deal with on a regular basis. So the question I'm going to pose to everybody is, what's the difference between jealousy and envy?
I'll let Clarence go first since he's been here.
Since he's been here.
Honestly, I did my research. Is it not? I thought it was like synonyms. I feel like envy is like more of an intense version of jealousy. You know what I'm saying? When you get into like being borderline psychotic and borderline vindictive, things like that. I think that's where it gets like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, that boy got them SAT words for them folks. Yo.
What?
Who do you think he is?
Oh, you be hating. You've been hating on me.
There we go. Yeah, go ahead.
There we go, right
there. I'm jealous. I'm jealous.
Friends can have jealousy, but it ain't no vindictive. You know what I'm saying? It ain't nothing where it becomes like you don't want that person to be where they're at. You know what I'm saying? I feel like when you try to bring someone down, that's when you become more envious because you're reaching to be where they're at that you don't want them to be there. You know what I'm saying? Chantel, you can go now.
I feel like, jealousy is that because I feel that jealousy is when you feel like that person can be, like a component of yours. Like, they are in rivalship. So I feel like envy is just wanting what somebody else has. So you're like, oh, like they have this, they have that, and you can see yourself having that, but you don't. So it's kind of just like, I feel like an internal conversation with yourself. But at the end of the day, it's all borderline hating. So
yes,
borderline hating.
It's all hating, to be honest.
So I'll be honest. When you sent the question, what?
No, go ahead.
When you sent the questions, I hear people use both interchangeably, and they both seem to be the same thing, but envy just sounds so much deeper. Like it's just like deep down disdain for something. So I took the liberty of Googling because I'm like, what is the difference? So close your mouth. Okay.
Google be lying, but go ahead.
It said, I think Chantel was right actually, that jealousy is you're afraid of losing something you already have. Right?
So Clarence wrong?
He's not wrong, but you don't do that. No. So like jealousy is you're afraid of losing something you already have. So like if you're a girlfriend or boyfriend and you're jealous that your partner is laughing at somebody else's jokes, like she might be funny today, huh? Like that's jealousy. Whereas envy is you want something that someone else has, basically. So someone gets a nice car, you're like, oh, I'm envious of that car. I wish I had that.
Yeah. So. I think I chose my decision in the way that I explained it because envy is one of the deadly sins. You know what I'm saying? So when you think of like 7 deadly sins, you think of like the worst things you can do. You know what I'm saying? So like that's where I get it, but I feel like that word envy just sounds so much more.
It does,
like you said, but I guess
Yeah, I think Kevin Gates had an interview that came out, I know recently, probably a couple months ago now, where he was talking about the difference between jealousy and envy. And basically what he said was like, it's okay for people to be jealous of somebody because, you know, it's human nature for us to try to compare and not realize that we do. Like Shantel said, now you hating, you jealous, and now it's starting to head towards envy.
Jealous, mad, and hating.
Go ahead. I was going to say, so if all of that is true, then can someone be your friend and be jealous or envious of you or the things that you have?
I guess it depends on the level of jealousy. Cause like Justin said, it's human nature to be somewhat jealous and in the sense of comparing yourself to others.
Mm-hmm.
But like if you're jealous to the point where it's like you don't want them to have what they have because you don't have it, then no, you cannot be somebody's friend and they're praying on your downfall. You know what I'm saying? But now I can look at someone that I'm close with and be like, oh, they have a good job. Oh, dang, I wish I had that job. But instead of me trying to bring them down, like I don't want them to have that job. Let me get there with them. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's how I do with my friends too. Yeah,
like if I'm jealous of the way that you're living and it's going to push me to be better instead of trying to make you worse, then yeah, we could be friends. Now, if it's the opposite, like, oh, I want you down here with me, that ain't no friend.
Oh yeah, you down here with me, you ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, right.
Keep you
here. They say crabs in the bucket.
Yeah,
that's cool. Yeah. So I mean, they can still be your friend. You know, a lot of people. I always say everybody has to realize that everybody is raised differently. There's a lot of learned behavior that people deal with. So like, how we may think, dang, that person hating, that might be the only thing they've seen, like how to act growing up. Like, unfortunately, you know, when somebody's your friend, eventually some people just learn on the fly because some people have never had real friends. Now they may have people they associate with, but they ain't never had real friends before. Just depending on who you're dealing with. But yeah, somebody can still be your friend. You just gotta, you know, weed it out before somebody becomes envious, and then all of a sudden that's gonna be your downfall real quick. Like that's like, for example, you know what I'm saying? Because like I got a nice hairline. You see me, boom, boom. Yeah, you see it, bam. All right. So check me out. You got some people, hairline might be receding at this age, and it's okay.
How old you are, Justin?
They're not hating. Oh, you want to put my age on the screen? That's fine, dog. I'm 26. You know what I'm saying? This around that age when people look, check me out now. Hey, some brothers' hairlines going back. I mean, way back. But it's okay. It's okay. It's okay to be, you know, feeling some type of way. It's okay to be jealous. I know you don't envy me. You can be jealous. It's okay. I'm just putting it out there. You know what I'm saying? But if there's somebody like, man, they straight up bald and they see you got that nice, you know, boom, they go, yeah. As soon as he start receding, I'm gonna let him know. I'm gonna let everybody know.
You just used to be Justin.
I'm gonna let everybody know. So yeah, that's what I got. So Shantel can go ahead.
They should.
I'm kind of indecisive on this.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can be friends with certain people that are jealous of you, and I also feel like you cannot be, because at the end of the day, I feel like some of that would just weigh on you, because I do have a friend, like, you know, it's always something like, oh, you think you cute, or you think you this, you think you that, and it's like I don't want that energy around me, man.
That's a hater. That's
like,
not
you know, so you just keep them. You just keep them.
How do you respond when she says
I respond with keeping them at a distance.
Oh.
So is there a particular instance or experience you'd like to bring up, Clarence or Shantel, on somebody? You know, it's okay. It's a safe space.
Go ahead.
We can talk about it whether it's not safe. We always say.
Oh,
it's not gonna be not safe, baby. Nah, but yeah, it was an instance. I feel like where we talk about friendship, because I had a good friend. I don't know if Shantel considered her as close of a friend that I did, that we stayed with. And
your silence speaks volumes.
Right.
I mean, that was only my friend, because that was your friend, sir. It was a mutual friend.
Yeah, you brought her into her life.
She was only my friend because Mr. Justin and Miss Daisha brought her into my life as well.
I only was her friend.
We never go down that road.
Then we could do that. Time out?
Yeah. Okay, proceed. We good now. Everybody reset. Yeah.
But yeah, I felt like we were friends up until the point where she was envious of where we were at our lives at the age that we were, because she was a little bit older than us, a lot of bit older than us. So it was like, so then it became to where she, I guess somewhere in her mind, we were equal, and then, and not to sound arrogant or anything, but at our age, we were doing this exact same things as what she was doing. You know what I'm saying? So then she started to become vindictive with the little things that she did, and it kind of turned away from being a friendship into a competition. But it was a one-way competition because I was no way in one shape or form of being in competition with a middle-aged Black woman. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Now,
Hey, hold up. Now, wait a minute. Now, everybody, listen to everybody. Hold up, now, wait a minute.
I'm saying like that, Black woman.
You had no business saying that.
Hey, everybody relax. It's okay. You know, it was just worded poorly, but all he was saying was, that's all he was saying.
I was saying like her. I was just describing her, and I was being a little bit whatever, but not, y'all know what I'm trying to say. Yeah,
you threw the whole shade tree. That was it. Go ahead.
A little bit. So yeah, and I think that's an example of how you can't be jealous with your friends, jealous of your friends in that way, or envious of your friends, because at some point you don't want to be friends with them no more because you don't look at them as a friend. You're looking at them as either a competition,
yeah,
or like whatever the case may be. So it's like, just stop working.
Yeah, I can piggyback off of that too. I did get those vibes, you know. At first, we all came in because we were all at this, I guess, as you said, equal. Like, we all were looking for somewhere to stay. And me and Clarence were kind of on the same page because we were working towards that degree, which that person already had their degree. So in a sense, we were all kind of leading up to where she was at. And I guess when we sort of got closer to that point, it was like, oh, well, now you're here. I don't have anything to hold over your head when you guys have your degree now, or I can't hold that over your head. So now it's like, oh, I don't know what else to do, because I see y'all are able to go out and do these things, mingle with people, do this, do that. And it's kind of like, I don't have anything going for myself. So now I'm gonna just nitpick at what y'all doing and just cause issues.
Also, it's not more so just our success. I think it'd be more so of the person that you are. People be jealous and envious of who you are as a person, how you can be a likable person. And they want to like them, but they now have a likable personality. So it becomes like, so why can X, Y, and Z be friends with you or like you, but nobody want to be around me? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now, misery loves company. I'll just say that.
So just going off of that example and just in general, I don't think that you can be friends with someone who is jealous or envious of you, simply because someone who is jealous or envious of you, that's based in a place of lack. Like you feel like you're lacking something, whether that's a degree, whether that's a place to stay, whether that's a likable personality. And
just tell them, Daisy, they ain't like that.
Huh?
They're not built like that. Just tell them, Daisy.
I'm just saying, like, that's based in a place of lack. And if you can't view your friends as someone to like, if your friend's success doesn't inspire you, but instead you feel envious of them, that's a problem. And that's not my problem, that's your problem.
I mean, it sounds nice to say, but you know what they're gonna say? They're gonna be like, it's not my problem, it's our problem. They're gonna blame everybody but themselves. They're gonna make a problem for everybody but themselves.
I don't know who said it, but someone said, show me your friends and I'll show you your future. That is so true. If all of your friends are in the same place, how can you expect to see beyond that? So if your friend is saying, you know what, I want to go and better myself, and you just sitting on the couch, I always go to this, but you just sitting on the couch eating Cheetos.
Why you calling, man? Who you talking about? You talking about somebody specifically. That's what you're doing.
I'm really not, but that's just the image I have in my head is people like, I think it was Soulja Boy, shockingly. He was on Charlamagne's show, and Charlamagne said, what's a word you hate? Oh no, he said, what's a sound that you hate? And Soulja Boy said complaints. And he was like, one thing he can't stand is people who constantly complain about something, but they never choose to change what's happening. So going back to that person in your example, I don't know where they are right now, but I feel like if that person was envious of the things that you guys were doing, you can aspire to be that way. Like you can aspire to get the job that you want. You can aspire to work on, I don't want to say work on your personality, but maybe work on being more of a person who's more respectful or more warm, welcoming, things like that.
Hold up. I feel like you taking shots at somebody, Daisha.
Not at all. Because it's not just that person that acts like that.
She's coaching.
Huh?
Life coach, you know?
Oh.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean,
Justin trying to be shady, but go ahead.
I'm not trying to be shady. All I'm saying is this could be in the workplace too. I mean, you got older folks when you go into the workforce or in the workplace, they find out, oh, you went to school, you did this. Oh, you know that don't mean nothing here. Like, excuse me?
It sounds like you're talking
A
about
place of lack.
Talking about personal experience, Justin. Is there something you want to elaborate?
I mean, yeah, that happens in the work. I mean, me personally, and I know this happened to a lot of people when you get into the workforce, and they'll be like, "Oh, you went to school? Oh, I didn't. But yeah, we work the same job. We do this, and we basically equals." I was like, "No, we ain't, because I don't plan to stay here long."
Exactly.
I said, "So please don't get upset when you see me take off on you or go find something new. Don't compare me to you. We are not the same. We are not the same."
Yeah, that's like a job that I had. Like I had my degree, you know, I was just getting out of college, getting my feet in the door, and they're like, "Oh, you have your degree, so why do you work here?" I'm just like, see, you had to work here. I chose to work here. That's the difference. I can always leave. Don't get that confused.
Of course, but you get it from family, like, "Oh, you work there?" Like, "Yeah, I work here. I gotta pay bills." I mean, well, you talk about why I work there, and then what blows me is like the holy folks too. When you go to church, they're like, "So what do you do?" And you say something that it doesn't match up with how they envision you doing something or the job they think you should have. It's like, It's like, hold up, now you're doing a whole lot of judging to be of God. So
that is a veil, but that's another conversation. Where do you think this jealousy or this feeling comes from?
Hate.
I mean,
like you said earlier, not being happy with who you are and where you're at. So you, instead of striving to better yourself, you look
insecure
to be more insecure in yourself instead of trying to work towards that security and being happy with who you are.
Yeah, because they feel like they can't do it. That's why it's like, if I can't bring you down to my level,
you feel like you can be whatever you want to be, and you know what I'm saying. But some people just don't think like that.
I mean, I
know
feel like
I can be what I want to be.
But everybody doesn't know. Oh, we're not gonna do this on here. No. Y'all about to, oh Lord, you doing dance moves? Yeah, so the song she was singing is from We All Work Together.
Not reached me yet. Go ahead.
We all work together in a summer program. And that's as much as I'm gonna say on that. It was a song.
Shade going on this podcast today.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. But yeah, I mean, we hit on a couple things. Lack of having something or being good at something. At the end of the day, I just think everybody wants to be loved, and people have a strange way of going about asking for love and attention. And that just stems from the jealousy and the envy that we see and that we feel from folks that basically shouldn't feel that type of way, in my opinion. But I mean, it happens.
I think that's. Go ahead.
Yeah. I'm just saying, like, it's usually it's an experience. Like all it takes is one experience for somebody to be triggered for like the rest of their lives, and then they don't get the help that they need, and then from there it just takes off. It goes all over the place. But I just think everybody wants to be loved at the end of the day, but some people have a terrible way of going about like saying it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, even when when some females flirt, or how some dudes flirt, but we're real bad too. But you got some females that be like, "Man, you ugly." But I'm ugly. I'm ugly. What are you trying to say? They be like, "Oh, I'm just messing with you." Are you messing with me?
Yeah, I mean, it's also like a lack of confidence and a fear of rejection too. So
Yeah. So I mean, it comes in all different forms and fashions, but it's all about everybody wanting to be loved at the end of the day, in my opinion. So you just gotta
Mm.
keep an open mind.
don't
I try to be
wanna
open-minded.
loved,
I think that sounds
loved.
nice, but I think sometimes people want to be the only. It's not even about love, it's about ego. Like some people want to be the only person to do something. That's why it's so hard. For some people, it is very hard to get support from their hometowns or people that look like them because they'll put their information out there. They're like, that look cute, but I'm not even gonna press like. I'm not even gonna share this. I'm not gonna like. I think that what you're saying sounds nice. Yes, we all want to be loved and cared for, but there are some people who are based in ego and they want to be the only to do something.
Or I did it
but
first. Those I did it
Yes.
first people.
Yeah.
but they're not like
She
that.
copied me. She copied me. I been did that.
Right.
Even with the gender reveals and the baby showers, like, come on, man. If somebody took your idea and made it different, like, you should be like, oh, that's nice. I can see that. But
I'd be
it's always,
flattered.
oh, she copied me. Yeah, you should. Yeah, I would too. Like, oh, I actually inspired somebody to do something else and add, their own style to something.
Yeah, but we gotta admit too now, some of these folks that remake something that somebody did at first, some people do it way better than what somebody originally
and that's
did.
the influence. They influence them. You should never want, if you get influenced by something, you should never want it not to be better than what you were influenced by. That's the influence to make it better.
You don't see Dolly Parton going off because Whitney Houston made her song better.
I mean, what can she say?
She made it.
Listen,
what she gonna say?
Whitney owned that song because nobody knows unless they get on Google that Dolly Parton that's her song.
But that's beside the point. Dolly Parton, all she got is, you can get me started. Y'all know how I feel about Whitney now. But Dolly ain't got nothing but Jolene. And I will always love you something bodyguard.
Not Jolene.
Jolene.
Don't do my homegirl Dolly now, because she do got Dolly World, and a lot of people be going there now.
It is
Don't
fun.
play with my good sis.
But voice-wise, Whitney, she doesn't hold a candle to Whitney.
You gotta understand they on different levels,
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Season also.
I was also going to add, I think that's why sometimes people stop sharing their ideas or like the things they aspire to do, because they might be afraid that their friends or family might be envious of that or jealous.
They might steal their ideas.
Yeah.
That too.
That and preying on your downfall. I feel like when people speak negatively on where you're trying to be, I feel like that holds so much weight because the power of the tongue is very strong. So sometimes you gotta keep your business to yourself because people are probably envious and don't want you to achieve your goals.
Oh yeah. You said it right, brother. You said it right.
I'm preaching.
You spot on.
I'm preaching.
Yeah, keep going. Yeah.
Preach.
Now y'all don't hear me in here, church. Y'all don't hear me. Y'all don't hear me. I just need one person.
Okay. Oh man, I agree completely. Like it's really sad out here because you want to tell everybody about your ideas, and then that's why a lot of people live in fear because all this jealousy out here and the envy when people stab you in the back. Like you got a great idea, but you don't want to put your idea in the world because you don't want to be criticized. But 9 times out of 10, those people criticizing you, hell, they want to do what you're doing, but they ain't got the courage to do it. Or when you put it out there, you got the fear that, oh man, I'm gonna do it. They're gonna criticize me. And the next thing you know, you started doing something and you stopped. And then somebody that was criticizing you is doing exactly what you was doing. So now you, not only did you know what I'm saying, you walked away from something that you were passionate about. Now to somebody that hated on what you was doing, they're doing what you did and you know they're not passionate about it. And it's obvious. It's just, it's a trend. See it all over the place. Like, I wish we could just be better about it. Like, in my opinion, it happens a lot in the Black community. A lot.
Businesses, and everybody always like, you do hair, or you make plates, or something that's very common. Everybody does that. Why are you trying to do it? Because I can probably do it better. Just because a million people doing it, I might be the standout. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of people, like you said, they turn around and do the exact same thing that you're doing. Because if you go out and you making a lot of money off of something that you came up with.
Bruh, for instance, washing cars, bro.
Exactly.
You got some people like, boy, I wouldn't wash a car in my life. I'm not going to wash cars for a living. Huh? Well, you know when some of them cats make detailing cars?
Listen,
cats be making
because
bank.
I'm not about to go wash my car.
Exactly.
I'm saying, like, I'm just saying, though, if you build up a nice little clientele, you making some money. But you got folks out here be like, I wouldn't wash no car in my life. I wouldn't do that for no living. It ain't gonna make me no money. Well,
Gonna make somebody some money. It don't gotta be you. Oh well.
I was gonna say, I think some of it is fear as well. Like some people project their own fears onto you, especially family members. If the majority of your family lives in one town and you're like, you know what, I want to move out somewhere else. I want to move to Florida. I want to move to LA or wherever you choose to go, because no one else has done it yet. It's the unknown, which can cause a lot of anxiety for your family. Like they care about you, but they project those fears onto you. And don't let you go out there and become successful. Then that's when the jealousy or the envy can start to kick in.
Yeah, what are some things you hear? What's up, big time? Oh, you think you better than us now, huh? Oh, you went to school, huh? You think you smarter than me?
We know we talking about
right. Oh, you up there in South Carolina, you don't know nobody no more.
Like Daisha said, family, especially when it comes to family, like they fear somebody making it out where they, you know, where they're at. Because a lot of 9 times out of 10, a lot of these people that are from your family or even your friends or from wherever, I mean, they ain't never had nothing to, like, you know, speak of. They may have had some accomplishments in their life, but they're probably not achieving whomever they criticizing. Like they're not achieving like that person. And it's just like, why are you knocking this down? Like this person could possibly change your life as well as your the family's life. But it's one of them things.
We're talking a lot about like other people being jealous, envious, and you know how it sounds crazy and how we see that it's not the right way, you know, to go about things. But I know we all caught ourselves one way or another being jealous of others. Do anybody have?
Well, I guess you could say that. Well, I wouldn't say jealous, but like, you know, in school, like initially my freshman year, everybody, well, I'm not gonna say everybody, but y'all know I was not in a good headspace. I came to Charleston and just did what I wanted to do. And then, you know, the friend group that I had, they weren't really doing anything either. So I'm kind of just content with doing this because, hey, this is what everybody around me is doing. And then, you know, I see a different set of people that are doing better, you know. Oh, I want to be like that. I want to do like that. So the next year I come back to school, I start hanging out with that friend group and I'm a better person, you know. I'm doing better in school and I'm doing better. So I wouldn't say jealous. I would say, hey, I can see myself being just like those people. So, hey, let me work towards getting like that.
Oh, no, I was just saying that I was the friend group that she was talking about, the second friend group that
she We figured.
Not the first group, the second.
I feel like as far as like I said earlier, people compare themselves. So it's just like when you see somebody being successful in a space in particular, like for instance, like somebody I look up to, I wouldn't say I'm jealous, but it's just like, dang, I guess it would come off as jealousy kind of, but not in a bad way, not a negative connotation. So it's just like, you know, I'm about to say his name, Kanye, man, Kanye or Ye, Ye, formerly known as Kanye. Seriously, just the way he's gone about it. Kanye, man, Ye, formerly known as, you know what I'm talking about, dog. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm gonna say Kanye because
which year?
I'm talking about Kanye West.
What year? I'm talking about everything he done put together. I mean, is this what we doing? Is this what we doing? I'm just listen. Check me out. Check me out. Check me out. I'm about to go in. Check me out. Check me out. So you know what I'm saying? Like he believed in what he has going on now, like his company in particular. Like he was in debt by like hundreds of millions of dollars, and he continued to stick with the plan. Whereas most people would have bailed out on what he, you know, wanted to do. Like a lot of people didn't believe in the whole Yeezy brand and all that stuff and what it has become now. Like it started, he was in like complete debt. But then from then to now it's just like a whole different tune. That's why, I mean, I'm just trying to make sure I do something like that. You know what I'm saying? You got to stay in the game once you put skin in the game.
So you look up to him as a businessman, not so much his standards and morals.
Okay, right?
He could have picked somebody else for that.
Right?
I was asking. I wasn't throwing shade. I was asking.
Hey, like I said, man, it takes a lot of perseverance for somebody to be in debt
like
that and then work your way out.
Justin, you won't be running for president or something like that no time soon, right? Or just acting
I never plan to go into office. It's too many. I don't like politics.
Like that, of your exes and.
Yeah, brother. I don't really deep dive into. Nah, bro. I don't really dive into politics.
This your role model. You need to find another one.
Ooh. I mean, I never said that was my role model. I just said I looked up to what he's done. I never said I'd like to live life the way that he's lived life. I just said I like the way that he's gone about conducting himself in certain situations.
That's why I said business wise. I feel like because what you listed was business. I feel like yeah. To get the heat off of Justin, I think
heat on Justin. Justin stay in the oven. You know how that go. I pull up to a function, they be like, "Boy, you ugly," and I be like, "What I do?" And they don't ever explain.
Who are these people? Who are these people?
Who are these people, man? Look, man, all the time.
I've
Everybody,
never.
man,
They just
all
look
I'm
at
saying
you
is
and
this,
say you're ugly.
Yeah, that's usually how the conversation go, and then they just start trying to talk.
That's
they just risk really.
Are they flirting?
Yeah, it'd be
That's a
terrible.
Terrible way to flirt.
You just always gotta be ugly, Justin.
They don't say nothing else.
No, brother.
They said about that crispy line that you talked about earlier.
Right.
It ain't matter. They ain't trying to give me that. I get because you know the first thing they gonna say is, "Oh, you look like you got a bunch of hoes." I'd be like, "Excuse me."
Well,
you put them in their place. You're a man of God.
I just laugh. I said, "That's interesting." Can't win. You can't win, brother.
So to answer Clarence's question, I feel like anytime I have felt that way is situational. Because I feel like if I'm going through something that's hurting me, then the very thing that's hurting me, I am hyper aware of. So for instance, if I'm going through a breakup, then all through my time, like everybody getting engaged, everybody getting engaged, everybody getting married. And I feel like I only see that though, if I'm going through a breakup, if that makes sense. So if it's like any other time, I'm fine. But if I'm hurting, which goes back to what I said earlier, a place of lack, then yeah, I might feel a tinge of that like, all right, well, I guess I'm gonna just be here.
Must be nice.
Exactly. Yeah. So.
Yeah, that's like when everybody get a car or you get a new car and you realize everybody's driving that car just like you, and you thought you were special.
It's all the same car, bro. You're like, damn.
You're like, damn, boy, I thought my job was exclusive. You're like, damn, boy, everybody got this car in the neighborhood.
So, I mean, is it ever healthy to feel that way then? Since we've all admitted, well, Clarence, did you answer your own question?
He definitely didn't, Clarence. Could you please tell us an instance where you was jealous of somebody or, borderline envy? Because, you ain't never a brother to, throw somebody under the bus. But I do know it's okay to be jealous, from time to time, brother. Please.
Yeah, I feel like, yeah. Like, especially my freshman year of college, like Shantel was saying, but it was more so for me, it was athletically. Because, like, coming out of high school, I was a thrower, but I'm small compared to the other people. So it was harder for me to adjust to the collegiate lifestyle. And I see other people picking it up so well, but instead of, I guess it was like jealousy in the sense that we're talking about it, but not that I was hating on them. I was like, let me do what they're doing. Let me get in the weight room like they get in the weight room. I started hanging around those people who was doing what I wanted to do. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, show me your friends and I'll show you my future or show you the future. So, I mean, yeah, in a way, I seen these guys throwing better or doing better than me. And, and that's in a lot of aspects of, like, we were talking about the cars, everything. Like, you be on social media.
Right.
Social media not always real, but social media can push you to see that it's a lot of money out there. There's a lot of traveling out there. There's a lot of things to be doing out there instead of the small bubble that we're in. And we see that without social media. So, yeah, I think it's healthy. Like, then the answer to the question that you were going to come up, that you were about to say, it can be healthy when it's pushing you and giving you a drive and a purpose, not a negative purpose, not a vindictive purpose. I'm keep saying vindictive because I feel like that's where the line is drawn. You know what I'm saying? When it's not jealous of others for them instead of being jealous of others for yourself.
And Clarence, I understand, bro. Like, them jokers in that way, them jokers was huge. As coming like a freshman coming in, them jokers, because that's when Coach Scott was in that weight room. Them jokers was huge, bro. Like, I came in there, bro. Like, I was like, boy, I know this man right here plays like linebacker or line. Oh, nah, he plays safety.
Exactly. Huh? Exactly. You be like, what? I came out of high school like
so yeah. Go ahead, break down the measurements for the people that may not know football like that.
Yeah, I was like, okay,
it's people like 250, playing running back, and imagine 250 pounds running into somebody.
Take me out the game.
So yeah, like you got safeties that are like 6'3", and weigh like 230, 225. And you're like, bro, I know you play linebacker. And it's like, nah, I play safety.
Running the 4-3.
Like, bro, you
that big and you running that fast. Imagine that weight hitting you at that speed. Boy, knock the wind out of you.
Elusive, got feet work, hips, all that. And people is crazy. But, I'm
telling you, bro, lifestyle be trash. And the boy wake up straight out of bed and go run for days. You be like, bro.
And also the piggyback on that was another problem. Like in my sport, people are 6'4", 6'3", ain't number 5'10". So it was a little bit jealous of that, and it probably was a little bit envy too. I ain't gonna cap by that one. I can't cut my feet off. I can't take their knees off, make them shorter. So I gotta deal with what I got. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, you can't help your height. It's some things that you can be jealous of that you can't help. That's
yeah. Because 9 times out of 10, where you may be lacking, you might be better than them in a certain area than they are.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like that mental aspect, it's like, bro, like mentally, bro, I will beat you.
Like, you might work harder than them too, because you might feel like you have to when they just have it naturally. You have to work at it.
Now, Daisha, I'm going to say this, and I want everybody to listen clearly that's listening to this podcast.
Oh,
sometimes you could put all the work in, everything that you do, and that person can still be better than you. That don't mean give up though.
That means
just keep putting that work in. I mean, you can put more work in, but they can still be better than you.
I mean,
you just gotta be persistent with what you do. That's all you can do. Now, Daisha, I'm not sugarcoating nothing, because I'm gonna tell you straight up. I done seen people lift all the weights in the world, and that don't make them no better than what they do. So
okay, like, but okay. But there are some instances where you have, like, okay, for instance, let's go to someone who's more into academics and they're not into sports, such as myself. Okay,
that's
I don't feel. Okay, I feel like naturally there are some people who are just really smart and they cannot show up to class and ace every single exam. I'm envious of those people, because you know why? I had to go to tutoring and I had to go see the teacher after class. I had to work at the grades that I made. So that's what I'm saying. And don't do that. In certain instances, you might have to work harder. That doesn't mean that you have to be better than them, but you can be the best version of yourself. That's all I'm saying. I hear what you're saying, Justin. But
so what would you say to folks that say that standard testing is culturally biased?
I feel like it is, but also I don't believe in standard testing, because every school does not have the resources, and every school is not being taught the same. Like, listen, I work in schools right now in Atlanta. Okay, on last week there was a school stabbing. You think that they're learning something
at your school?
Not at my school, but at a school that's in my district. I had to go to the school to help out. But that's what I'm saying. Like, so many different things are going on in different schools. Y'all can be in the same exact district learning completely different things, but then you're handed the same exact test. Make that make sense?
My question is, whose standard are we giving these? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's called standardized testing. What is the standard, and whose standard is it?
And who writing the book? Who writing the book?
Because statistically, as a country, we're a lot, I don't want to say the D word, we're a lot behind compared to others. We're behind educationally than other countries. So, like, what's the standard?
But to get us back on track though, as far as is it healthy?
Really back in.
Yeah, I'm gonna try my best, because you mess around with me, I'll get away.
How we get this one, guys?
Yeah, but I mean, I believe it can be healthy, but you gotta monitor it before it becomes unhealthy. As far as like jealousy and envy, it's gotta be, you gotta monitor. You gotta be very mindful of it, because something like, you know what I'm saying, like how we're talking about, oh yeah, I saw this person, I think, yeah, I could do that. I'm gonna work at getting better, and it's like, okay, that's good. But then you could also be a negative connotation, like, dang, I'm not growing no more. I can't get taller. I can't do this. I can't do that. Now you just over there just getting bitter. You just mad. Every time you see somebody that, for instance, like somebody taller, you just mad. Like, man, boy, I'm mad, just mad. Now all of a sudden, as soon as they messed up and do something wrong, any of the smallest, slightest thing, you ready to tell, you ready to knock them down and all this. You ain't trying to lift them up. Yeah, there are people out there that do that. Believe me. You know, y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. Everybody's played sports, and they should academic wise, you know, good and well. When somebody too smart and they sitting there, and you catch them trying to cheat one time or do something wrong, you can excuse me.
Then she was one of the people that told the teacher that we had homework last night.
Why are you coming for me?
I'm asking.
No. But okay,
The glass for you.
Listen, going back to that, I could not stand when people used to ask me for my homework, because this is my thing. I stayed up for hours getting this done, and you think you can come in here, copy down for 5 minutes and get the same grade I got? No, sir. No, ma'am.
It doesn't matter, because at the end you still get the same grade that you got, regardless if you share it or not. So why not?
No.
But Daisha, we talk about jealousy and envy.
Yeah.
They was trying to be positive by getting the work from you.
How is that positive that you don't do your work?
If you're talking about like high school, college,
I'm talking about high school.
They just trying to make it happen. They just need that.
Man, they better make it happen on their own time. Y'all got time.
I'm speaking because I was both sides. I did that homework. I fell asleep last night.
I think we have to figure out how to turn that envy into like inspiration.
Envy?
Yeah. Like
inspiration?
Did you hear her?
At the top of the hour, we define jealousy and envy. And jealousy is when you're afraid someone's going to take something you have, whereas envy is you want something that someone else has.
Recollection, Justin.
Right.
Oh yeah, I just want her to bring it full circle. It was beautiful. Y'all did a dynamic job.
So that's the case. If you can change your envy into inspiration and allow that person to be like a goal to get to, whether that's body goals or whether that's career goals or, you know, whatever that looks like. If you can turn it into that, then I think eventually it can become healthy. But if you just stay in envy, no, that's not.
Yeah.
Agreed.
I'm very jealous of people who can eat healthy, because I can't. I just can't. I tried to do the pescatarian.
Yeah, but you eat like brother, but like, you know what I'm saying? You can eat any way you want and you look how you look. You know what I'm saying?
And
you got some folks out here. You got some folks out here that eat crazy and it shows. You know what I'm saying?
There's no body positivity. We love them all. You know.
You know when somebody will say that ain't got no body, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm about to be like, well, you would say that because you look like that, brother. Stop. Just stop.
So I'm already gonna get canceled for my earlier comment, so I can't say
that. Yeah. You might get canceled twice in one sitting.
I can't get canceled twice.
When you got us all dummies. Okay, so anyone else?
No, that's not what he was talking about. He said middle-aged black woman.
Oh, yeah, sir. When did your 20s become age?
She looked like she middle-aged, so I'm gonna say.
Oh my God!
All right, we done. Hey,
I don't care. We always say we don't want to talk about it.
All right.
Talk about it. I don't want to keep it real. Y'all said give it to them real. Give it to them real.
All right.
She was down bad, physically, mentally, and spiritually.
Oh, they shall end this podcast.
Thank you so much, Shantel and Clarence, for joining us for this insightful conversation. I appreciated it. All right. So I will have their social medias in the description box below if you want to follow them and reach out, let them know how they did. I have been Daisha D.
And I've been Jay Stan.
Join us every Friday.
And always remember to like, comment, and subscribe.
All right.